What it is, what it do, what it does, man. This is Trotter Water, and welcoming y'all to Water Wednesdays, the platform that I'm developing to help local businesses and during this COVID time and also beyond this COVID time, because we all need to look out for one another. Real talk, serious business. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. If y'all just now tuning in, thank you very much. But like I say, my name is Trotter Water. I am a hip hop artist, so go ahead and check it out. But before y'all check it out, check out these interviews and holla at your boy. Tally ho.
Down, and I did a thing I should have never done. I should have never opened up my mouth and let you in.
What it is, what it do, what it does. Welcome to Water Wednesdays. I am Trotter Water, and today we are at Logboat Brewing Company with a good friend of mine, Judson, and I would like for him to better introduce himself to you.
Hey, what's up? I'm Judson Ball, co-founder of Logboat Brewing Company and Wave Cider Company here in Columbia, Missouri.
All right, now here in Columbia, Missouri, okay, as you can see behind us, all of these, what exactly is Logboat for those who may not know?
So we are a production brewery and tap room here in Columbia, Missouri. We package beer, and we have a small tasting room and park where people can come hang out, drink beer, learn a little bit more about what we're doing. We make about 25 different types of beer a year. We keg it, we can it, and we bottle it right here, all on site, here in this facility that we're standing in. And yeah, we started the company really just because I was playing in a band with two of my business partners, and we quickly realized that we were better at making beer than playing music. So we started brewing beer, and brew session, our jam sessions turned into brew sessions, and there was more people than our parents that liked our beer, so it was like we had to change our focus and really dialed in. And at the time, there was no manufacturing breweries in Columbia. You know, people weren't putting beer into package. It was just Flat Branch, who was crushing it and doing a great job, and people were really excited about drinking local product, but they just wasn't available. So our concept was, well, let's open a brewery what we can package and put a bunch of local beer into local restaurants. And then so we spent some time writing a business plan and trying to really develop what our concept and dream was, and then took about 4 years to get open, and we just turned 7 years old. So we've been doing it for about 11 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And you say right now you have, what, did you say 25?
Yeah, about 25 beers a year.
Okay, but how many different flavors you have a year? You say about 25? Okay, so how many flavors did you start out with when you first opened up? Because I'm sure it was maybe like 3, 4, then slowly, you know.
Yeah. So we started with 4 flavors.
Oh, yeah?
So 4 different styles, yeah. And then we were adding more tanks over the years, and kind of allowed us to do some different styles, and hired some more brewers to come on board to help inspire and get creative. And they've just done such a damn good job just creating all these different flavors that are just, you know, I might be biased, but they're damn good.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mind them at all myself. Hey, yes, very good. Damn right. Okay, now, your distribution is Midwest, and what region are you right now with your distribution of your product?
So we only sell beer in Missouri only.
Oh yeah? I did not know that.
We sell beer in 54 counties out of 114 counties in Missouri. So basically, mid-Missouri, kind of Kansas City area, and northwest Missouri and St. Louis. And we don't go too far north or south. So our kind of philosophy is that you should support local business and should support local breweries, right? And when you start expanding your reach too far, we would be asking people to buy our beer instead of their local breweries. So it's just, we wanted to keep it small. We wanted to make sure we were taking care of the people that were taking care of us. And our approach has always been, go a mile deep and an inch wide and make sure we're really hitting everybody and taking care of people and letting people understand what we're doing, as opposed to sending a bunch of beer everywhere, but nobody really understands what it is or who we are or what we're doing. So slow and steady. Eventually, we plan on covering the entire state of Missouri. We're kind of working through some expansion plans right now, but we're excited to get there. We don't sell beer in my hometown of Rolla, which is like 100 miles south of here.
How you, man? You're supposed to get on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents just bought a house in Columbia. I'm pretty sure that's wise, because they're like, we got to get beer, so we got to go. We're just going to come to you if you're not going to come to us. But we will get beer to Rolla eventually over the next few years. But our long-term goal is to cover the entire state. But if you want Logboat beer, you got to come to Missouri to get it.
Okay, good deal. Now, I also heard something. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, now, your beer is also being offered in a certain particular stadium over in St. Louis. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the professional baseball team over there at a big old stadium that you can buy Bobber Lager in. So it's pretty exciting, yeah. And the same on the other side of the state in Kansas City. They got a team over there too that wears blue caps, and you can find Snapper in that facility. So
good deal.
Pretty cool, yeah. As growing up a St. Louis baseball fan, it's a pretty special moment to go in the stadium and drink one of our products.
Yes. I was happy to hear that. I was happy to hear that because, I've been knowing you for some years, so,
Yeah.
And I was happy to hear that. Seriously. Okay, now, that's with Logboat. Now, where did the name Logboat come from?
So the name Logboat it was kind of a tip of the cap to the state of Missouri, right? So the state of Missouri was named after the Missouri Indian tribe. And the Missouri actually translates to people of a wooden canoe, which is a logboat or a dugout boat. Logboat's actually a made-up word. We condensed it into one word. It's logboat, but it's
so
kind
you don't just get drunk; you also learn something too. All right?
Yeah, that's right. It was just a tip of the cap to how our state was formed and where we came from. And we all grew up in small towns, running around on rivers, running around in boats, so it was just really, we wanted to capture like the adventure and just the excitement and fun. There was 3 of us that founded the company, so it's just that's where we came from. So,
good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, now with the other franchise or the other establishment that you have, Waves.
Yeah.
Would you like to speak on that?
Sure. So the other project is Waves Cider Company. And that all stemmed from, after about 2 years of opening the brewery, I actually figured out, I had some blood tests done and realized that I was allergic to beer. So to wheat, barley, and rye. So they said give it 30 days and let it clear your system, and then you can slowly start introducing it back into your diet. But I felt so much better after not drinking beer because I had bad eczema and it was just bad. So started drinking different things, got into cider, was working with our head brewer on just like tasting different ciders and my business partners. And from the get-go, I think everybody that was involved with Logboat knew we needed a different non-beer option, right? We wanted to be able to offer different things because people like different stuff, And there's a lot of people in the community that wanted to support us and liked what we were doing, but they couldn't because they either didn't like beer or were like me, had an allergy to it. So we knew we needed to provide something that was gluten-free.
Okay.
We just didn't know what that was, right? So as soon as I figured out I had the allergy, I started trying new things. We all started trying some different ciders, and we're really kind of blown away about how complex they were and what you can do with just so many different styles of apples. Josh started dabbling into making cider, and we all really liked it and found a building and said, all right, let's start canning some apple juice. So
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So it's about a mile from here. It's kind of the same concept. We only sell it in Missouri right now. I'm sure that might go a little more regionally than what Logboat's doing because there's many fewer cider companies out there. It's kind of hard to find. So it's a mile from here. We can it. We have a tasting room over there. And yeah, it's just a whole different experience. It's a little more modern, where Logboat's a little more like industrial and rustic. It's a little more open and a little more, there's tons of plants in the windows and really open and airy. There's no wall dividing the bar and the production, so you kind of feel like you're a part of the whole experience. So it's really cool.
Okay, that's cool. So y'all hear that? For everybody who's gluten-free, they also have something for you all as well. Know that. Okay, now, has Logboat been in the same building for the entirety of the time that it's been established?
Yes. So this was when we were looking for a facility to open a brewery. We were looking all over the place and kind of got in contact with the owner of this building through a mutual friend. And this was an old meat packaging facility originally, so it was it had been vacant for probably 15, 17 years. It was pretty gross, to be honest with you. It was in bad shape, but the owners were hanging on to it because they wanted to put something in here that they believed in that could help kind of revitalize the area. And they were very generous, and they were been really awesome to work with, and they allowed us the opportunity to come in here, buy the building, rehabilitate it, and kind of just like bring it back to life. And it's been really fun. So we've been here the full 7 years.
Okay, good deal. And I can say that y'all have revitalized the neighborhood, because there's something also that comes around every December. Okay, now, I'm not sure. Well, there was a bad mishap that things came up with some lights. I think it was last year, maybe a year prior, with the candy cane house lights. Okay, now, will you still be having the candy cane crib set up out front for Christmas time for all the little ones so that they can come and see and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Ryan and Taylor are welcome. As long as they want to keep coming, we'll keep having them, because
cool.
They put a lot of work into, hundreds of thousands of Christmas lights that go up on the side of the building and through the park, and they've just done such a wonderful job creating a really unique experience, not only for our customers, but raising money for their charity of choice for the year. So they're really great to work with. I know the people of Columbia appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, as long as they keep coming, we'll keep having them.
I'm going to have to sit down with them, get them on the Water Wednesdays as well.
Oh, they'd love to do it. They're great. Taylor's in town still, and he's a great kid. So,
but if y'all haven't checked out the lights out front around Christmas time, please do so. Hey, it is beautiful. I love lights. I'm a big kid when it comes to lights. So, hey, if I like them, trust me, you're going to too. So, where do you see Logboat and Waves in the future, in 2, 3, 4 years from now?
Right. So, eventually, want to send beer to the entire state. I mentioned we're only selling beer in 54 of the 113 or 14 counties that are in Missouri. So, the idea is to cover the entire state, and then just keep getting into different styles of beer. We want to do some barrel-aged beer, so take our beer and put it into whiskey barrels and let it age for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and just keep kind of pushing the limit as to like what craft beer is, and just try to keep innovating and doing fun things that maybe they haven't been done. Maybe there's a reason why they haven't been done, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But hopefully we can get some more people into buying, good, fresh, local beer. It's about supporting small business. That's how all we survive in this town. And there's so much small business in this town. I really think it's why Columbia is so unique and such a fun place to live. It's because there's so many unique places to eat and drink and shop, and there's so many great artists out there making products, making music, it's just such a wonderful place to come. And the same with Waves, like I said, Waves will probably distribute outside of Missouri, but our big goal there is just to educate people about the type of cider we're making, right? Because like a lot of people think of cider as like Angry Orchard or this really sugary beverage, but with Waves, we're almost more like a white wine. So we use white wine and champagne yeast to ferment our apple juice, and we don't add a whole lot. Some ciders we add no sugar to, and some we add very little sugar to, so it's really dry. It's a little tart, but it's just a little different experience. So educating people about what we're doing, how it's different from what's available, I think is a big target for the next few years with Waves, for sure.
So basically, without adding sugar, you have some flavors without sugar. That's also considered like fat-free also, correct?
Yeah, so it's, I don't know if it's fat free, but it's, the calories are lower, the
Yeah.
carbs are lower, you know.
Okay.
So it's, and it's not a healthy drink, but you know, like as
Right,
opposed
but,
from
you know.
like 0 grams of sugar or 4 grams of sugar, you know, to 25 grams of sugar. Obviously, you know,
Well,
it's
it
just-
allows people who count their calories to still be able to enjoy themselves outside of just eating, counting calories and things like that. They can go and have a beer, a cider, you know, that's catered to them counting calories. So
right.
why not?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, hey.
Heck
yes.
yeah.
So you have anything else you want to add?
No, man, I appreciate you having me out here and talking to me, and I think everything you're doing is great, man. And like I said, I know you're doing this to try to get the word out about what's happening in town, especially small local businesses, and I think that's really important for everybody to keep supporting that and supporting local live music as well, like we discussed. You know, like that's how we all make it. So I appreciate you having me on here and
no
talking,
problem.
and thanks for being a good friend over the years.
Oh,
so.
yes, absolutely. And you know what? Okay, just so all y'all understand, okay, this was supposed to have been one of the very first interviews for Water Wednesdays, but the man has a new little one in his life. Congratulations on your new baby,
Oh,
girl.
thank you,
know?
sir. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Marigold.
So, yes, he had to handle fatherhood and parental issues with all this COVID, so I had to wait. I was going to wait, so hey.
Yeah.
But
We
I
got
appreciate
there.
it.
We did it.
Yes.
No, thank you. I appreciate
it.
you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So support local and hey, Logboat, yes. So until the next time, holla at your boy and tally ho.